Okay, so we are starting off with number 2 on 2-2B analyze tables. And there's a few steps that I want to go over. They want us to actually take this table and find the pattern and use it to write an expression. And once we find the expression, they want us to find the next 3 terms. So there's a couple steps I want you to write down. The first step is find the starting point. Find the starting point. The second step, find the pattern. And the third step, multiply the pattern by n minus 1. And n can be any letter, T, Q, R, S, P, but whatever you're going to call your terms, that letter minus 1. Okay? And why n minus 1? It's a long story. Take my word for it. Okay? So we're going to use these 3 steps. So write them down because I'm about to erase them. To find out, this is how to write an expression using these tables that they give us. To write an expression, you're going to find the starting point, find the pattern, multiply the pattern by n minus 1. Okay, so now I'm going to erase it. Okay, so first things first, find our starting point. What at the first term is your starting point. So our starting point is 10. Here's your starting point. Starting point is 10. Step number 2, what's the pattern? The pattern is each time to go from 10 to 26, they are adding 16. That's the pattern. They keep adding 16. 26 plus 16 is 42. 42 plus 16 is 58. Third step, multiply the pattern, 16, adding 16, times n minus 1. So you're done. Starting point, pattern, multiply the pattern by n minus 1. And that's your expression. Now, how do we use this to find the next 3 numbers in this sequence? So right now, this is the sequence. 10, 26, 42, 58, and you need the next 3 numbers. So this is the first sequence, the second, the third, the first term, the second, the third, and the fourth term. You need the 5th term, the 6th term, and the 7th term. So instead of just adding 16 continuously, suppose you needed to find the 20th term. You don't have to keep adding 16 till you get to the 20th term. You just plug that number in here. Whatever term you're looking for, you can plug it in right there and get it. So if we want to know the 4th term, let's check ourselves. If we add 16, the 4th term we get should be 74. That's what it should be. We're going to double check to see if we get that. Let's double check it. 10 plus 16 times, we're looking for the 4th term. So we put a 4 there because we're looking for, we're looking for the 5th term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for the 5th term, so we put a 5 where this n is. 5 minus 1 is 4, so you get 10 plus 16 times 4. 16 times 4 is 64. So 10 plus 64 equals 74. So see, you get the number. So you can do the same thing to find the 6th term and the 7th term. Let's do the 6th term and the 7th term. Let's write down our answers over here. The first answer was 74. Let's find the next 2. 10 plus 16 times, which term are we looking for now? The 6th term. This is the 5th one. Now we need the 6th and the 7th. So here's the 6th term. 10 plus 16 times 5. 6 minus 1 is 5. 10 plus 16 times 5, I'm not sure what that is. 80. 10 plus 80 is 90. So that's the next answer. The next term in this sequence is 90. Now let's find the 7th term. Remember, they asked us to find the next 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're looking for the 7th one. So 10 plus 16, 7th term. So we plug in a 7. 10 plus 16 times 6, which is 96. 10 plus 96 is 106. So the last term is 106. Again, some people might say, so those are your 3 answers. These are your answers. This is your answer. 74, 90, and 106. Some people might just say, why don't we just add 16? Keep adding 16. Yes, you could do that. But they're trying to show you how to use the expression because, again, if they ask you to find the 20th term, you don't want to have to keep adding 16 until you get to the 20th term. Or the 52nd term. You want to keep adding 16. That would take you pretty much, I'm sure, the time you have to do the rest of your test or quiz, whatever you're doing. So you could just plug in the number they're asking you here and find the answer. Okay, let's do let's see if we have time. Let's do number 3. I think we have time for number 3. And the sequence for number 3 is 9, 17, 25, 33. And they want us to find the next 3. So in other terms, this is the first one, the second one, the 3rd term, 4th term. They want us to find the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now, could you just keep finding the pattern and adding? Yes, but we're trying to learn how to use the expressions, okay? So first step, where's your starting point? The starting point is 9. Second step, what's your pattern? Each time, what are they adding? It looks like they're adding, or are they adding? Let's see. To get from 9 to 17, you would add 8. And to get from 17 to 25, you would add 8. To get from 25 to 33, you would add 8. So adding 8 is the pattern. And then you multiply it by n minus 1. Okay? So if we want to find the next 3 terms, I'm going to say, I'm only going to do one of them. Let's find the 7th one. You can find the 5th and the 6th one. I'm going to find the 7th one by plugging in a 7. And I should get, oops, sorry, did that wrong. 7 should go here and this stays a 1. I plugged in a 7. So you get 7 minus 1 is 6, so 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. 9 plus 48 is 57. So that should be the last number. And you can find the 5th and the 6th term to see what you get. All right, let's check it the way most people like to do it. Let's keep adding 8. 33 plus 8 gives you 41, I believe. 41 plus 8 gives you 49. And 49 plus 8 gives you 57. So I was right. Get the same number. So these are your answers. Okay? So I'm just showing you how to use the expression. They want you to write an expression and find the next 3 numbers. Okay? And you can find it using the expression or just by following the pattern. Let's try number 4.